Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, but as you know, I don't just love airliners, I also absolutely love business jets, and the next great one has just been released for Flight Simulator 2024. Indeed, this is a reincarnation of the first great business jet that was released for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 back in the day as well. And this is, of course, Marwan Garib's Honda jet, now sold through Flight FX. The Honda jet falls into the category of the very light jet, the VLJs, which basically mean business jets under a certain weight. Think, for example, about the Embraer Phenom or the Cessna Citation Mustang as other examples of the VLJs. But the Honda jet is quite a special one. Now, most people will probably be looking strange at you when you tell them you just bought a new Honda and it cost you a couple millions, but most people will probably also not be thinking about an aircraft when you tell them that. Now, there's a couple of specialties about this one that I want to talk about before we start having a look into the interior and also some of the avionics that are installed in this aircraft. Now, first of all, this is, as far as I'm aware, one of the very few business jets that actually have their engines located above the wing. Now, this means that a lot less vibrations and less noise get into the passenger cabin because there is no direct connection from the engine to the aircraft's fuselage. And that provides quite some advantages here. Now, apart from that, we have a lot more space available in the back of the cabin, which is used to position an actual bathroom inside there, which is the first among very light jets, and currently the Honda jet is actually the only one that actually offers this feature. Now, apart from that, it also features phenomenal performance. It flies up to Mach 0.72 in up to 43,000 feet of altitude, which also makes it the fastest very light jet that you are going to find on the market. Now, the revamped version of the FS24 Honda jet features a whole new model, especially on the inside as well, which we are going to have a look at in a few moments, and it also features a tablet added to the aircraft and a lot of upgraded features on the inside. Now, first of all, we've already done a quick walk around here, but let's just take another moment to appreciate all the details that we find on the exterior models of the aircraft. For example, on the landing gear, the antennas, or the engines over here. Overall, a beautiful modeling in this airplane. Also, just all the rivets and everything on this airplane, or even just the small things like looking at the light bulbs over here, which are all represented in fine detail. Overall, a very nice model that Flight FX have done for the Honda jet revamp for FS2024 over here. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at the inside of the aircraft. You can see the flight deck looks a little fancy, even more so when you take a look from a bit of a distance, where you can see that there is actually a little bump here where the flight deck is located in the Honda jet. It's not a 747, but gives you a bit of that feeling, doesn't it? Now, let's go ahead and open up that door and get inside and have a look at the brand new cabin that the updated Honda jet is coming with. And we do have a standard 4-seat club layout, plus 1 seat opposite of the door over here. Beautifully modeled, again, some nice cushions added there. We can, of course, extend the tables over here and that basic type of stuff. Now, all new model in the cabin as well, and finally we do have our bathroom in the back over here, which makes this the only very light jet that actually has a dedicated compartment for the bathroom, which only became possible when the engines had been moved to the wing so that they had the space available inside the passenger cabin. Lovely model. I could absolutely imagine flying in here, as long as I don't have to pay for it. Now, let's go ahead and have a look into the flight deck. That is where the revamped Honda jet really shines. Now, it does come with a beautiful flight deck model over here, just like you would imagine. It also has the tablet added, which gives you the ability to add things like the Navigraph charts, or to have a look at your weight and balance system, as well as the aircraft ground services, as you can see over here. Now, when you do add passengers into the aircraft, you will actually get visual models of them sitting in there as well. And the same, of course, does apply to the passenger cabin as well, where we can just add a couple people over here just to show you what that looks like. So, this is the absolutely full version of the aircraft now. Let's go ahead and just close that door for a moment and just have a look at our avionics. Now, the Honda Jet has a very clean and very sterile cockpit. You can only see an absolute minority of switches inside of the actual flight deck itself, and a lot of stuff is hidden down here in the GTC touch controllers. Let's go ahead and turn on the power and have a look. The aircraft is fitted with the Garmin G3000 system that comes with Flight Simulator 2024, which is a very nice simulation of the G3000 actually, but it also features a lot of custom additions to that system. So let's go ahead and start up our screens here and start with a little look down at the touch controllers. So you can see you already got the Navigraph chart and the SimBrief chart displays, but if we go to the chart options, you can see that you can actually also choose to use the Flight Simulator internal Lido chart in here. So for example, if we are bringing up our Rome Ciampino Airport, where we're standing right now, then you can actually also get the default simulators Lido charts right in here, which is a superb feature for all of you who do not happen to have a Navigraph subscription. Now obviously, Navigraph subscription for aircraft like this still very much recommended, because in the real world, Lido charts are airliner charts, and you would usually find Jeppesen charts in aircraft like this, and Navigraph actually does fully support the G3000, and of course Navigraph has a lot more, especially smaller airports, than the default simulators Lido charts. Overall, absolutely lovely integration, and note you can not just put them down there on your multifunction display, you can also put them up here on the side, where you can split your primary flight display, like that. So that's a really cool feature if you ask me. The next custom feature that's really worth pointing out in this aircraft is the checklists. And those again can be brought up anywhere here, here, or on the other side. And the checklists are operated with this little thumb wheel on the control column, which you can actually assign to your joystick as well. And the way this works is you can scroll up and down to scroll through the different parts of a checklist. You press the thumb wheel once in order to tick something off, or you press it for 2 seconds, and that is going to return the screen to whatever you had on there previously. For example, right now we got the system status page open over there. Now, talk about systems. This is also where a lot of custom integration is available. If we go down to the aircraft systems, we can see we got, of course, our aircraft system status pages, like these, but we also have system control pages. And this is where you control things like the cabin temperature or the exterior and the interior lights. Now, quite cool. Pretty much all of those lights actually have a normal button. With that, the lights are fully automated. This is one of the lovely advantages of the single pilot concept that you got in this aircraft. The workload certainly needs to be minimized, and therefore a lot of stuff is operated automatically in the real world Honda Jet, just like in the simulated Honda Jet. So you can of course turn your lights on and off manually in here if you want to, but if you leave them on normal, they are going to be operated automatically. That's quite a cool thing, isn't it? I do certainly like that one. Now, apart from that, you have your usual GTC and G3000 features implemented in the aircraft. You can split or unsplit your PFD modes. You can use, for example, things like the weather radar. You can do that in split or full screen modes over here. If you zoom all the way in, you got the the airport overview down here. So overall, a pretty cool aircraft. Very simple to operate. However, a very performant aircraft, flying at up to Mach 0.72 and thereby being the fastest very light jet available. And with the integrated checklist system, a very easy one to learn and to master as well. And that is the Honda Jet. I do hope that you found this one interesting. As always, leave your feedback in the comments underneath the video. We will definitely be flying this one in the very near future on this channel. I do hope you are going to enjoy it. In the meantime, the best news of all, the 2024 upgrade is available free of charge for owners of the 2020 version. If you bought it via Marketplace, just go into Marketplace. Your flight sim should have given you notice by now that a free upgrade is available to one of your products, and simply get the free upgrade. If you bought it via one of the resellers, like for example Contrailor or Bex, then simply head over there and grab the latest version. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you are going to enjoy the Honda, and with that I'm looking forward to see you all again for our full flight on the Honda very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you very much, and see you all again on the next one.